Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's see the market. Now the Nasdaq took the news low and probably the dollar is a news high. And I'm not really looking for a trade on gold today, only crude oil and indices, as I mentioned in my daily analysis. So the price action is not ideal right now because what happened, we made a 1 hour SMT, we made a 1 hour OB, and we made a 1 hour C2 closure. And then we were anticipating to have a protected low this area. That didn't happen. So the long is a bit weaker idea. And the other thing is that this is a whole OB, right? So I want to see the price close above this one and not about this one or this one. I want to see the price coming back and going higher. And then obvious, if we have here, there can be a good internal to start to looking for these liquidity, but that's weaker. And here as well, SMT, C2, 1 hour closure, and I want to see higher prices. Yeah. So as you can see, that's why we're not entering blindly on the H1 POI within the C3. We want to see a protected low made and going higher. So now the longs are, I would say, low probability, and I wouldn't look for long now. I was looking for what the price wants to show me in the 10 o'clock candle, because this can be only just a sweep on the 1 hour time frame, and then it can go higher still. We will see. Now it's actually tanking. It's beautiful sweep, right? It's almost like 100 point sweep. Crazy. Nasdaq is so volatile. I mean, it can give us a good C2 closure on the 1 hour candle, like a 9 o'clock swap the low, pre-daily low, all the pre-market flows, and then it's gonna retrace back to the weekly range, which is kind of good setup. I was looking for the 10 o'clock. I'm not touching right now. So 10 o'clock, I see. I would like to I would like to see a new. Now, if the M5 is gonna confirm the sweep, then I'm gonna wait for the C3 new confirmed low, and then going higher. Because if we have this huge week that not supports expansion, so probably it's gonna stay below the news high, and I guess it's gonna close above the M5 structure. And if it happens, it can retest the M5 OB, make a new M5 OB within the C3, and I can target higher prices. Beautiful. That price action is that crazy. In the last 10 minutes, from 580, it went 840. Lol. Lol. So yeah, that's something else. Anyway, now this one supports bullish price action. So I'm happy to see, because that's gonna be a easy, I would say not easy, but simple C3 continuation going higher back to the weekly range, at least the weekly 50% or 75% of the high. We will see. So if the price wants to go higher, we have a lot of failure swings here. We have fair value gap, and we have another fair value gap here. And that's gonna be the daily rebalance. So there is another daily low here. So maybe the price wants to fill the gap and then going lower Monday. But right now we have failure swings out here. So I wanna see, you know, bullish move to the upside. This one is crazy strong, but now it's as well going back. I don't like this. It's above midnight. That was a manipulation. Maybe we're gonna have a distribution now. But I would lower my risk, because from the high now the price already went back 200 points. No, sorry, 100 point. 100 points in maybe 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. So we had a CPI today. The CPI was stronger. That can actually lead the market to go towards a cheaper liquidity, like easier liquidity sections, like a pool. Oh, by the way, that was my short yesterday. I'm gonna talk about tomorrow in the video. So probably I'm gonna upload tomorrow or tonight. We will see after the session. I would like to focus on this area. All right, I forget to switch on the microphone, so let's just talk about gold again. So the gold reached the 1 hour fair value gap, and actually it can make a C2 closure. If the price makes C2 closure, this M5 state and change of delivery is going to be a confirmation of this VIP, right? And after we have this confirmed sweep, we want to see another M5 order block made within the C3, and that's going to be a protected high of the C3. And we can enter here, put the stop loss here, and we can target this low resistance liquidity and this low resistance liquidity. All right. And if you see, this whole price action is not ideal. So it's like a B setup. Why? Because we have a range here. So the price broke out of the range, and I want to see a C2 confirmation. But this is a low probability B setup, and we can only target these low resistance liquidity runs on the lower time frame back to the range, because the daily time frame, as I mentioned in my daily analysis, we are only bearish. We are only bearish if the price makes a 1 hour change in state of delivery, right? And then we can target pre-daily low. Right now, the price didn't make any 1 hour bearish change in state of delivery, so it can still go higher and make a higher part of this fair value gap 1 hour change in state of delivery. So right now I would sit on my hands. Of course, it can be a scalp from this area to this area, which kind of nice because 40 points. That's around $400 with one micro, and with two micros, that's $800. But we have to know that this is a low probability area right now because we haven't got the 1 hour change in state of delivery. All right, the Nasdaq still ranging, so let's just tape read gold. Okay, we got a C2 closure. The price retraced back. This order block was respected 3 times, 4 times. Now I want to see another bearish order block to be made, something like this, and then we can target lower prices. As I mentioned, it's a B setup, and it really looks like there is like a wall here, and every time when the price came here, the sellers were active and defended this area, right? But we will see until when, because if they can lose this resistance, the price can go higher. But right now we are waiting. This one was the last range, so that was the last up move, and the price inside this up move. So I want to see closure below this low and not this one, right? I don't care people using this one, that's fake, that's not real, because this was the up move before the down move. Why? Because that was a high and that was a range on the lower time frame. So that's a structure break, and the structure break is an order block on the higher time frame. Nasdaq just ranging like between 800 to 700. Yeah, let's see, Nicole. I hope you're gonna catch something. I'm not really eager to press a button because I get already my short, and it's Friday, you know, and I don't really like gold. Not really. So I'm just observing. As well, now we can see this is not ideal, like this consolidation. What we like to see is this in the expansion, right? So it opened, we didn't have any manipulation yet, so not ideal, not ideal. And still within this range. Now on the C2 is valid, and we should have this as a C3. Sorry, not here. This one is a C3 protected, should be a protected high. And we got a C2. C2 was confirmed by this M5, and the C3 was confirmed by this. So this one is the closest target right now. And yeah, obvious. This is on tape reading. So if you have with 1 micro, and that's actually targeting the fair value gap here, which is gonna be 2R. But probably the first one is gonna be this high, because the SP 500 has to take out this news high, and if it goes to this high, probably the Nasdaq gonna take out this high. And even the stop loss is big. This is a valid long, so it can be it can play out, but so let me see the other charts. And then the next candle was open low, so that's supporting a higher move as well. And this is an internal liquidity. Maybe it makes a failure swing here, so maybe the next 5 minutes candle gonna retest again and then going higher. But I feel like this is the doll, and this is a doll as well, because we swept over the lows. We make the C2, and the C3 should be confirmed now. So I don't wanna change my tape reading, because the stop loss will be high or big, sorry. Yeah, the gold is, I wouldn't touch gold, yeah. What I really don't like is that deep retracement. But right now it's at the level of the 50% of the latest bearish OB. So this should be act as a resistance and push the price higher. So I want to see higher move from here. If the 50% is gonna fail, then the price gonna go lower. But so at the same time on the SP 500, this bearish order block here, this bearish order blocks 50% is a pre-daily low. So, and we still left the news high, even, Nasdaq took it. We created more failure things to tag into this internal liquidity. That can be a good, we have here too. So I think that there are more internal liquidities that's actually gonna suck the price into this fair value gap. So, but I wanna see this 50% to hold. If it's gonna fail, then it's a seek and destroy, and I wouldn't really looking for anything. Here, I don't like this price action. The retracement was too deep. But if it's gonna close below, then it can be a short towards these internal liquidities, this internal liquidity and failure swing. And then after, from this level, it can retrace back to the imbalance it left behind, and then going lower or just reverse and go higher. By the way, I didn't take this trade because for me it's lower probability because the SL is too big, and it's just tape reading. So I'm not in the trade. I'm just tape reading. Beautiful expansion on the M5. We got the C2 into M5 OB. We got a small wick, respected the 50% of this area. We can target these highs. If the price gonna make a new order block here, then if you were shorted, you can put your SR below this low. But as I mentioned, you see I'm not in a trade, I'm just tape reading. Yeah, and the gold is not ideal. That's what the gold is doing right now. It's no, it's a big no. It's much more like a bullish order block rejection. So no, I wouldn't touch gold now. And then don't forget, we had a bullish M5 changes daily delivery. You see here. So now it's bullish. And it seems like it's respecting the 50% of the bearish down close candle. So it can be like that. Yeah, so this one is not even ideal. Like you see, it didn't respect the 50% of the week. So the probability is higher. It's gonna take out this low resistance liquidity. Why? Because we have the internal liquidity here and one failure swing here on the lower time frame. Didn't respect it, the 50% of this selling pressure. So probably on the lower time frame we're gonna have something like this based on the 50% of this area, which can be no, not this. Where is my which can be here. Perfect. Yeah, so this one something like this. Why? Because we had a up move that disrespected this bearish down candle, which is actually the 50% of this week. You remember, 50% of the week is really important, can act as a resistance and support. And right now it's acting as a support. Why? Because the price went higher, and then now it's retracing back the order block, but 1, 2, 3 times already respected the 50% of this order block. So I anticipate higher move because the price like the failure swing here towards this internal liquidity. So something like this. I can tell that actually Nasdaq looks better than SP 500 because this is just a range. So the price is just like a EKG. Yeah, that's an English one, EKG. Right, I'm gonna have another cup of coffee, just a moment. Nice, I'm back. I see what happened. Nice. That's a good price action. Now it more bullish than it was before. I wouldn't long. Sorry, my mic was off again. I'm trying to learn to do this live stream. So it's a 95 points SL. That's huge, and then 190 point target. I don't remember what was the time I was targeting 200 points to make 2R. So that's like no, that's a big no. I wouldn't touch. Like, let's say you have 100 point move SL. That's that's $200 with one micro. And then let's say if you have one mini, that's $2,000 risk. That's a big loss on the $50,000 account. So no. Yeah, 11 o'clock. Half an hour more. So many times I've seen people start longing with this inside this deep premium because oh yeah, it's so close, it's like 40 pound points, and Actually, it went 200 points. So, 40 points is easy. It's gonna take out this one. I'm sure 100%. They have this scenario in their heads, and many times you've seen the price coming back and then go and then take out of that, stop loss, because they long at this level, like with 1 mini, to be able to make X amount of money. And they have to put the SL close to their entry, otherwise their account's gonna be cooked. And it just doesn't work. If you want a long here along with 1 micro and then you make $60, that's like a Burger King menu in New York. If you really wanna long, then go for it. And now our entry would be in break even, so I wanna see a bearish candle. Even if I would be stupid enough to long at this level, I would wait a bearish candle and buy in the bearish candle, not buy in the bullish candle. But those times pass. All the beginner traders actually, they doing these stupid mistakes. Let's see the gold. Lol. You see, that's why the short was like a low probability, and I wouldn't even think about that. It was much more like a long, disrespected, came back to this 50% of this order block. That's a really nice study, actually. So what happened here? The 50% on the 1 hour candle week was this order block. It disrespected, right? Close above, retrace back the 50% of this order block, respected, and then took out this low resistance liquidity run, created more failure swings and bomb. And now it can, reverse. But I'm not really interested even just looking at gold because the price action is it's not as good as you see. Now teasing, Nasdaq is teasing traders. Can you imagine? You bought here 930 and you almost done like 70 points. That's $140 with 1 micro and $1,400 with 1 mini. That's crazy. And then you were like, oh, come on, dude. It's gonna hit my profit target. It's just only 10 more points. Come on, Nasdaq. And after that, 930 to 840, let's say almost 830. Yeah. 100 point, $2,000 minus. You already burned your $50,000 evil, or your $50,000 daily loss limit. So, nah, a big nah. And here we go. Now we have a bearish candle, which retraces back to this area. Must be random, right? You wanna see a retest of this order block, but it was so close that it's already not ideal. It's already a low setup. So you see the signs of the low setup, right? This seek and destroy shows low probability. This consolidation small up move shows low probability. Friday, low probability.
the whole price action was bearish, so the bulls are, long probability. So a lot of things shows that it was a low probability entry to long today, and because it's against the whole trend. And then of course you can have like a 300-point move, but where you enter here, it's let's say 740 and then 570. That's crazy. That's a huge stop loss. Now this price action idea to blow your account, and that's what you have to, or we have to understand as a trader. When we trade, when we don't touch the market, even with 1 micro. And in a long term, like if you have 5 accounts or 4 accounts, you make $200. That's gonna be $800 or $1,000, even on the loss side, but even on the win side too. So I think the ideal is looking for trading as a thing you do in, like when you change your position. Let's say you used to work as a chef or you used to work as a sales manager, whatever. You have idea how much you want to make, and you just divide by 5, right? Why 5? Because less risk on one account gives more longevity in the long term. And don't forget, trading is a long walk, freedom. So nothing really, no rush. And you see as well, this bearish candle was how big, like 907, almost 100 point. You must be joking, right? Actually 80, but almost 100 points. So it's closer to the 100 point than the 50 points. So now, big now. The funniest thing can be if we have a C2 closure before it took out this high. And then it can be because it's 17 more minutes, and yeah, lol. You see how big the move is, like 130 points. That's crazy. That's $260 in 1 micro. That would be your loss already, because you probably, okay, this is like a gambling idea, like you're so close, like 10 more points, let's say 20 points, and you're like, okay, that's $40, not that much, but you can have a Burger King menu, and you think like, okay, but I don't set any stop loss because I don't want to accept the risk that I'm going to lose money. And you enter here, you are like, yeah, I'm gonna be close, I'm almost there, come on, daddy. And then just $130, you already minus 260. That's crazy. And people does do that, like longing here in the deep premium to go for $40 and then losing the whole account because they got on the tilt, on emotional tilt, because, oh damn, I have to buy here, and what they do, like they just trying to buy here because what they expect, what they anticipate, the price gonna reverse soon, right? So they have an entry level here, and let's say the price was here, so they have this stance, and they have to make the calculation of how many contracts you have to buy to average down here, and then now they have to average down here, and they already like in 10 micros, 1 mini, which is like, for let's say your entry is here, which is like almost like $1,000 minus, and you already losing your emotional control, and like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy another mini here, and you two minis inside the trade that was already bad, and you lose your account. And see many times these people are like crazy, and they actually doing live streams, and they doing live, and they said like, you know what, that was just ever, you know what, that was just $100 cost. Yeah, but 10 times in $1,000. Oh yeah, chipotle. But I wouldn't recommend to eat that one. I don't like that, so I'm not a big fan of the chipotle. Burger King is like, there's nothing better when you're tired and you have this taste of pickles and beef patty with the cheese, the cheddar cheese, and the mustard. Right? Everybody can recall the taste of it. So, but anyway, it's hilarious. It's 770. Oh, whoa, no, Nicole, no, thank you. No. Oh, damn, look at this deep retrace back to this order block. And now, you actually was in break even, right? Because the price was about your 1.5 hour. That means let's say my strategy is that if I enter after 1.5 hour, I put my stop loss in break even. So this trade will be break even, right? So this one is not valid anymore, because if the price comes back like this and not taking out this 0.5 hour, probably it's gonna reverse, and you don't wanna lose money on the trade that almost hit your stop loss, right? Because there is no order block made. You cannot, your stop loss should be here after this, right? There will be a protected order block, but after this huge retracement, you wanna be out here, because if that's so close, you wanna see that the price has enough power to take 10 points and not going back like 200 points. You don't want to be on trade when the trade is retracing 200 points. No, thank you, and not my cup of tea. So this one is like a really low probability trade. Oh yeah, I actually, that was funny. Yesterday he had like 400 trades or something like that, because he's scalping. And yeah, for me that is like, nah, I can't handle the stress scalping like on yeah, for 350 something ish I saw live. That was crazy. Now we have a low resistance liquidity run here. If we close below this, I anticipate lower prices and take out this, and even if the market's gonna be funny, goes higher again. But even shorting from here, you have to have a 200, yeah, more than two, let's say around 200 point SR. But a lot of failure swings that can lead to the 50% of this area, right? So it can come like back like this, use this area as a resistance, and then going lower. Yeah, so 350, and then he made, but his students as well make really good. They make a really nice money, and that makes sense because a market gives a lot of scalp opportunity, but for me that strategy has a high intense stress level that maybe psychology I cannot really handle. So that's why I like so much the 3 trades fractal model, because I have my hourly and M5, and if the hourly supports the daily direction, the M5 to R can come simple and handy and no stress, not like these days. And yeah, for me, yeah, now right now you can see the price can take out this low resistance liquidity until almost 60 points. I don't want to see the price coming back this area. This one, if the price leaves this like that, it can retest the OB, again going lower 60 points. It's a lot of failure swings. That's actually 84. I would say until 84. Yeah, somewhere here. Because this level, let me try to, yeah. Because this level and this level is separated. So this level can support the 50% of this week, make a retest, and then this level can be a failure swing of this external liquidity. So right now the price came back to the order block. Now the micro trend is bearish. Didn't take out the fair value gap. That means wasn't strong enough to go higher. And now we want to see this order block supporting lower prices, ideally not higher than the 50%. And that can be like a 1 hour sweep confirmed by this M5 and then going lower. We don't want to see a buying power coming back here. We want to see these low resistance liquidity to be eaten, like back to the fair value gap, lower, and then maybe higher. And of course, this one is a breaker block. High, low, higher high, lower low, but it didn't went lower than this low. So probably this is now valid. I was looking for the fair value gap here. So I want to see the price reacting from this level to collect these failure swings here. Yeah, something like this. Gold possible continuation lower at 11 a.m. Let me see. Yeah, C2. Let me redraw this. So now this one looks better because 3 times we had 3 times the price tries to go higher, have been trying to going higher, couldn't. We have a C2 closure here. Probably there's gonna be a C2 confirmation on the C2. That means maybe the 11 can be the test of this area and then going lower. And that was the week. Here we have 7 more minutes, and this is the highest area that I don't want to see the price going higher. Right, this, yeah. Yeah, try to stay until 11:30. Act, as a think about this as a job, even if you're not touching. That's nice. So you have 1 lows. That means you up 1 hour. That's good. Oh yeah, it just because the setup appeared during the Asian session. Nothing crazy. Gold is tanking. That means Nasdaq is going higher. But ideally, I wanna see Nasdaq tanking, go back to take out the low resistance liquidity run. I don't want to see the price going higher on Nasdaq. I want to see this area to react. Because I want it to act, as a resistance from that area. and mass as well. We have no SMT, so gold made C2 confirmation. I want to see the price coming back. Probably the order block or the fair value gap we will see. I would like to see the Nasdaq going lower now. It reached the 50% of this up move. Only problem is that the SP 500 didn't close below, but Nasdaq is that means Nasdaq is weaker. That's why it closed below and retraced back. I want to see a sharp move, like a V-shaped reaction from this area. On the gold, I want to see a retrace back. I don't want to see to just coming here and then retrace, because that's not ideal too. Yeah, it's almost 100 point up. Let's see the gold. Yeah, gold can be a valid retrace and going lower. We have low resistance. This is internal failure thing towards this one, and this one's a failure towards this one. So, and there is another one. So we have a lot of liquidity levels. Let me just mark those. Perfect. Yeah, these are my levels. So ideally, we want to see something like this. So we have that one towards this one, these two towards this one towards this one, these two towards this one, and these towards this one on the higher time frame. So a lot of failure swings. So now we're gonna reach the 50% of this week. Here we go. I want to see a reaction back and then going lower, and use this failure swing to going lower towards these lows, and this low to these lows, and this lows to this low. The Nasdaq is I don't really like what I see right now. I want to see Nasdaq lower too. So I don't know. Usually when Nasdaq goes lower, gold goes higher, and if gold goes higher, Nasdaq goes lower. Yeah, we will see. It respected 50% of this fair value gap, but close above, retested, now it can goes higher. So this fair value gap failed to be a bearish fair value gap anymore because the price closed above the 50% of the fair value gap, retested, and now it opens. So I want to see a closure out of the range. That's gonna be a C2 on the M5 from this M5 fair value gap, and we can target lower prices this area then. We have to wait for the M5 because we have a C2 on the M5. If this gonna respect the 50% of this week, then we can go higher, target this low and this low too. I'm not trading silver because with a $50,000 account, you cannot have a proper risk management to trade silver. It's too risky. Make the math how much you can make, if you short or long silver. I'm not touching silver. I think that's the new casino. All right, so Nasdaq doesn't want to go lower, and the gold goes higher too as well. So we see. If the Nasdaq wanna change its mind to go lower, this is the moment. It shouldn't go higher than this level. Like if it goes higher than 846, then it's gonna go and probably it's higher to go and take out the 940 and then going back to the fair value gap, right? Why? Because it is back to the order block, left the equal lows, didn't take out the low. I can see from another screen on the right, and that case it goes higher, right? So because it shouldn't go that high if it wants to go lower. But right now left equal highs as well at 845, 846.25, yeah. And maybe we're gonna have a harsh reaction. We have still like 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't watch silver anymore because it's highly manipulated. Let's say that. If I watch gold, I would check euro gold. So I wanna see Nasdaq going lower from this level. Come on, Nasdaq. You have 1 more minute. You don't wanna take out the liquidity. You rejected the higher fair value gap and the BPR. You wanna go lower now. I'm gonna check silver then for you guys. Yeah, there is a fair value gap here. You mean this or what? On the 1 hour we have a range move. I wouldn't touch this. This one is it's no bueno. No. Let's go Nasdaq tank. 45 seconds. It's time to go lower. Don't have to play games. Yeah, probably Nasdaq goes higher. Yeah. Why? Because there was the low retested, reverse this or a fair value gap. Yeah, probably it's gonna go and do something like this. Exactly. And that means the gold goes lower, but didn't reach any level here yet. I wanna see. So we had this huge week. I don't wanna use, I mean, it closed below, so I gonna use the whole range. That's a 50%. So I wanna see short from this area now. And why? Because I use the whole candle, not just a week. Why? Because the candle closed below. I don't want to see the price coming back the 50% of this week and then going lower. So this is the area where I want to see short the lower side. And Nasdaq goes higher, like there is no tomorrow. Yeah, let me see what you. Yeah. Uh, Nasdaq is crazy. 720 from 710.20. It's 880 now. 160 points in 10 minutes. Yeah, this environment, even when you scalp, you have to have a sniper in and out. And actually, even just tape reading this market is sucking my mental power. Like, it's difficult. It's difficult to read the market like that. Look at this this Nasdaq, crazy. Like, dude, come on. Like, probably is gonna take out this and this level, this and this level, but that, what was that? Damn, like 924 to 720, 200 points in 15 minutes. So we didn't break just only on Nasdaq. That's the problem. So Nasdaq tricky. Probably it's more volatile because of tech sector. Maybe we have some tech sector news, like maybe we got some, I don't know, information about the minerals or something that actually in the tech sector they used to make AI related stuff. That's why it's more volatile. Or maybe it's Friday, so we have some options expiring on tech sector. That's why Nasdaq is kind of weaker, because you see SP 500 is more well balanced because it has more sectors, and it respected the 50% ish of this range close back. If it's gonna go and close higher than this level, then it can go higher. So even on SP 500, we had a 30-point move. Each 5 minutes candle were around like 10 points. and here as well. We got like, you know, so the price, if it close above the 50% like this, it doesn't make any sense to going lower. It's already retested this area, right? Why? Because swept, close higher, and this retested this open. So what we have here, we have this fair value gap which turned to be inverted, and the price retesting this inverted fair value gap, and there is another fair value gap here. So that's like a BPR. So we want to see reaction from this imbalance area, right? But as well, we're still inside this retracement. So the range high is still intact and the range low still. So it was like a down move. It can be if you use a OT of this down move, it came back to the OT now. So not ideal, I would say. Let me see gold. What the heck? That's a breaker block. High, low, higher, high. So ideally we want to see the price coming back, the order block that push the price higher, but then fail to hold and turn to be a bearish area, and we have a fair value gap. That would be a like a textbook. If we have a sweep, that means we're gonna have an M5 sweep into M5 PDA, close back to the range, and the next M5 candle we can short towards this area and this. But I feel like my mind is getting, you know, I'm getting tired of just only read the market. But it's interesting to just read and not trading. I'm up. I don't wanna risk my capital to trade this market. So no, thank you. And Nasdaq now has, it's funny. Now we have an H1 C2 closure. If we were a pattern traders, and respected the 50% of the week. So we want to see that was a confirmation of the week. Price went higher. And now where we want to see a short opportunity appear is this area. High, low, higher, high. So probably that can be a protected high if the price wants to go lower. Short from here. And then why? Because went higher, closed back. But this is not my favorite candle. I know a couple of people uses this one bearish candle as a OB. High, low, high, low. And then if it closes below, then you can go lower and target lower prices. But now we have C2 and the higher area and the lower area. And that's not ideal. That's like I think that's much more like a second destroy. Took out this, probably we're gonna took out this, let's say something like this, and then we're gonna took out this, and that's it. And the whole day was just a bear flag going higher before it goes lower. Yeah, not my cup of tea. Gold? Let's go, gold. You got one job, yeah? Sweep into this area, make a new, let's say something like this, and then boom, we can short. No, just kidding. I'm gonna have a break just a moment. Exactly, but don't forget that if you want to short within the C3, you have to see a new bearish order block made. So you not just blindly enter here, put the stop loss here and short. You want to wait until the price closes back, put the SL here, you enter the very next, open, and you target lower prices. So even, it's already like 30 point. It's $300 with one micro, that's okay. You make $600. Do you have 60 points from here? 97 to 45. Yeah, kind of. But even you can put a bit, lower stop loss because you don't want to see the 50% off the new bearish order block to be disrespected, right? So you can put your stop loss around the 75%. But it's more advanced. I'm now recommend. I don't like this price action. Not really high proper. Like, did it happen as well? We had the C2 before, nothing. Again, a C2, nothing. Maybe we're gonna have another C2. So I don't know. It's this is an OB 50%. We wanna see a reaction. We don't wanna see higher prices. So I mean, it looks like it doesn't know what it wants to do because we had a fair value gap, price reach went again, reach went lower. So I'm not a big fan of this price action, and I'm not really planning to press any button. Like, it doesn't make any sense to, push hard. Even Nasdaq is like, nah. So I'm gonna stay 10 more minutes and I'm gonna wrap up the live. I don't really like this price action, so I don't want to waste more time. I get my trade. I'm gonna upload today. I'm gonna record a video after this live to explain why I entered and what was the entry model. So if you wanna know, don't forget to subscribe and like the video and check the notifications so you're gonna see my new videos, you won't miss it. And I'm gonna upload when I finish this live. I'm gonna record right now to explain why I entered, what was my bias, and as usually I do. You see Nasdaq now, it's tanking. It's funny. Made a new. This should be a protected then. But even from here is like 95, 100 point, lol. But Nasdaq is a new silver, right? Nasdaq has a failure swings are here. And here we have actually a higher resistance liquidity runs. So the probability is higher to take out these before it goes higher, then take out this high and then goes lower. It can be like this. And then generating more sell side. But this is that was from midnight. So what happened? Took out the sell side. No, sorry, buy side. We took out the sell side. Buy side, and we generating more sell side. So I want to see something like this and then go higher. Opposite liquidity, right? Didn't take out this low, failed to take out these lows. So it's a failure swing towards these lows. Not opa. Sometimes, when I pressing buttons, it's changing a lot. I don't know why do I have MNQ one there. Come on, Trading View, what's wrong with you? Thank you. Even if you enter one micro, it's gonna be like 140, 150 points. Risk to make a 280. Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of this one candle order block structure, whatever thing. All right, I see a lot of people are watching this live stream now. So if you have a chance, please just press on the like so I see how many people were watching and liking this video. And if you want to have more of these lives, I can have more in the future, maybe in the whole next week. It's really up to you, but give me a feedback, please. Thank you. All right, yeah, Nasdaq is crazy. Is 700 points. It went 100 points again in 15 minutes. I don't know how many people will actually burn their accounts, but probably a lot of them. Oh, thank you, Nico. I appreciate it. Yeah, probably I'm gonna have a longer music because now I hear it started from the beginning again. So Let me know if you guys know any good royalty-free music that's low fee chill, or any like this music I'm listening right now. And I won't have any copyright issues, because I wanna have some music, of course. Now let's see what Nasdaq wants to do. Like, if you enter here, let's say it's 94 points SL, and you wanna target lower prices, right? You wanna target these lows. So yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay. Both of the indices, we have a changing state of delivery, so I want to see lower prices. I want to see this low resistance liquidity to be taken before it goes higher. Now let's go Nasdaq. You see the gold? No, thank you. I don't care a C1 a C2 closure anymore on gold, because nah, because the gold goes higher, I want to see Nasdaq goes lower, but it seems like it's gonna go and make 100 point again. Bro, so if I follow the fractal, there should be a protected high here. There was an OB, back to the OB, lows below the 50%, make a new bearish OB. But the only problem is that it disrespected the 50% of this OB. So not ideal. But at the same time, we have a OB here. So we're gonna see the price respect this 50% before it goes lower. Here as well. Go on. A lot of failure swings are here. Yeah, gold is a trash. It's trash. I wouldn't touch that one. But even like went 40 points straight up, Nasdaq. I just don't like this. See the Nasdaq chart on the right as well, other monitor. This price action is crazy. Like, tell me why. Like, low resistance are here. We have a C2, both of the sides disrespected the C3, make a new C2. Yeah, probably seek and destroy today. So that means that 880 should be taken, right? Because seek and destroy. And on the SP 500, we wanna see these to be taken first then. Yeah, I want to see this high to be taken. Yeah, I want to see these to be taken now, because this respected the 50% of this and the 50% of this. Yeah, let me check the Discord. All right, thank you. I got this. But is it like do we have a 2 hours long or something like that? Probably this is the doll, and this is the doll as well. Yeah, gold. Gold is a big no. Gold is going lower now. On the top of the fair value gap. Mm. Nasdaq is going higher. I want to see these two levels to be taken on SP 500, and that's gonna be this level on Nasdaq. So on Nasdaq, I want to see these, and on SP 500, I want to see these two levels taken. A harsh move out of the range. Because if the price is gonna take this one, it's gonna push this level as well, because these are really close, equal highs, and that's gonna be this and this high on Nasdaq. Okay, now SP 500 took out this. I want to see this one too. Come on. That's funny. Gold is kabooshed 30 points. No, 10 points. If I would, let's say, if I would close my eyes, I would short Nasdaq with closed eyes. But obviously, don't do that. We're gonna see a up move before the down move, or down move before the up move. But here we have a lot of the failure swings. We have a base here. So this is the level. Every time the price went higher, coming something like this, yeah. Oh, who am I now? I know you know Nicole. That's one of your favorite trader. Yeah, but check. Yeah. All right. So you know that you know the business. Exactly. Here we go. Now we're gonna have a breakout. Finally, yeah. All right, guys. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the live stream as well. If you have any question based on the live stream or my strategy, as you know, I use state rates forecast. That's not my strategy. And if you have any question, leave a comment in a comment section. I see the time is 11:37, so should be done for the day. So if you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video. And then yeah, until the next, see you guys.